guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're brand new here, hello and welcome. My name is Jennifer. I share all things health and wellness here on the channel. Anything I do to level up my own life, I share with you guys in hopes to inspire and motivate you to do the same. So if that sounds like your jam, make sure to subscribe before we jump into today's video. All right guys, so as you can tell from the title of this video, we are going over my 75 hard results from round 2. I just finished 75 hard again on Friday. That was my second round. If you missed my first round of 75 hard that I completed back in October of last year, 2020, I will link that video down below, as well as my results from the first 75 hard. But I'm going to go over my entire thoughts and measurements and pictures, progress pictures, before, afters, all of the goods here in this video. So we're going to start first by my measurements, and then I will show you guys my progress pictures from day 1 to 75, and then my after shots, before and after, like angled side by sides from front, back, all the things. So first, if you are brand new here and you have no idea what 75 hard is, I will link some videos down below explaining what it is, as well as the playlist, my journey all the way through both times. But AndyFrisella.com, you can go there. He's the founder of 75 Hard, as well as the entire Live Hard program, which is phase 1 and beyond, which is what I'm currently doing right now, phase 1. But if you have no idea what any of those are, definitely go check out AndyFrisella.com. His YouTube, podcast, Instagram, all of that. He explains exactly what it is, why he founded the program, what you can expect to get out of the program, and all of that. But I don't have any groundbreaking thoughts that are brand new this time, because of already completing it once. I knew what to expect. I knew exactly what I wanted to get out of it. I knew how I wanted to push myself, and I knew how I wanted to end it. So by doing all of that, it definitely became part of my life. It wasn't just a challenge or program that I was doing and couldn't wait to get to the finish line. It was something that was transforming my mind and my life. So finishing this time was definitely different. One, because the first time it was all brand new to me. It was something that I had never done before. It was definitely pushing me way outside of my comfort zone, diving into completely new territory, pushing myself physically and mentally, and not knowing what to expect, and just being so ecstatic when I finished, because I didn't know if I would finish, if I would be able to complete it every single day all the way through to the end. The second time, I didn't have those same thoughts. I knew with certainty that I was going to finish it no matter what, come hell or high water, which I had that same mindset the first time also, because that's just my personality. That's who I am. But this time it was a little different because I had already done it once. I already had that experience to draw from. And so I already knew things that I wanted to change or tweak, or how I wanted to push myself even further in certain aspects. And also the biggest thing, how I wanted to end it and how I didn't want to end it. So when you know better, you do better, right? So like when I ended on Friday, I took Saturday and Sunday off, and then started phase 1 on Monday. And those 2 days that I took off, they felt more awkward and out of sorts for me than doing all the things of 75 hard. This second time around, it just became part of me and who I am and what I do every single day. So on those days, Saturday and Sunday, when I didn't do 2 workouts a day, didn't drink the full gallon of water, just kind of relaxed and did the bare minimum just to kind of see how I would feel, and reincorporated, you know, still kept it healthy, but reincorporated some things that I had cut out. And honestly, it just isn't what serves me best. It doesn't make me feel the way that I want to feel. How I feel on 75 hard and doing all of those things, completing all of those tasks, makes the best version of me. That's how I feel the absolute best. So like I said, this time it has just become a part of who I am. And I didn't honestly feel like I finished it, if that makes sense. I don't even know if any of this is making sense, but it just felt like the end of one journey, but the beginning of a whole brand new journey of the rest of my life. But overall, just feel absolutely incredibly grateful for what the entire experience gave me, what I've taken away from it, and how I've chose to walk it out after the program has ended, if that makes sense. So I don't know, just feeling completely pumped with 75 hard and what it has done for my life and overall mindset and physical limits and all of that. So definitely stoked, but don't feel like it's over, I guess is the best way to explain it. It just is a part of who I am now. So that's the part I think that feels different than the first time. But let's go ahead and jump into the measurements and weight, because I know the numbers. That's what everybody wants to hear. So my starting weight was 161.4, but keep in mind that we were just coming off of the holidays, and so I was up on the scale, so some of that was probably water weight. So I initially had lost a few pounds, and then I kind of was stuck at that point, and then I quit weighing myself. I don't know if it was in the middle of 75 hard or a little after that, because I was feeling leaner, but then I would step on the scale and it wouldn't be moving, or it would be up a pound or whatever, and it was like completely messing with my head. So I just vowed to not weigh myself. It was actually harder than you think, because for the last couple years I've been weighing myself all the time, and so that was definitely trickier, but I just felt better doing it. But I will say, when I weighed myself after 75 hard, for the first few minutes, I was actually upset, because I just felt like the number should have been lower, and it wasn't. It was, my final weight was 155, so I lost 6 pounds. And 6 pounds is awesome, guys. It's awesome. But to me, in that first initial response of the number, it didn't feel that way. I felt like I should have lost more. I felt like what I saw in the mirror looked like it should have been a bigger loss than that. But what I realized after, because I know these things, and even knowing them, it still takes you a minute. Your brain, like, we're just used to a number dictating a certain feeling, you know? And so when you don't see that, or you do see that, then it can dictate your mood. And which is why I quit weighing myself weeks back anyways. But I knew that I was feeling different, and I knew that I was looking different to myself, looking different in the progress pictures. And I knew that my weight now at 155 compared to 155 even 6 months ago looks totally different. So you cannot go by the weight, especially when you are weight training. When you're strength training and working out as much as we are on 75 hard or phase 1, you have to take the number on the scale with a grain of salt. It's like one little slice of the pie, and you have to look at the whole pie in totality to get the full picture and really understand where your health journey is. So that's why I'm so ecstatic that I did measurements this time, because I didn't do that for 75 hard the first time, and I wish that I would have. But I did for this time. And so after I weighed myself first and saw that it was 6 pounds and was kind of bummed out, and then I did my measurements, and I was completely blown away. Even though I knew I felt leaner, and I knew that I felt different and felt like I was making gains muscle wise, when I saw that number on the scale for a split second, it like messed with me. And then I did my measurements and was like completely blown away. But my waist when I started was 33.5 inches, and I ended at 32 inches. So I lost 1.5 inches around my waist. That is amazing, guys. 1.5 inches around my waist. I would have never known that just by stepping on the scale. So measurements are so important, and I highly recommend you do them on your health journey, because the more that you see the gains, the more that you see the wins in other ways besides the scale, it will keep you motivated. It will keep that momentum going so that you continue on your health journey and continue to make those gains and continue to be the best you and get the healthiest that you can, and not let that scale deter you. My next measurement was my bust size was 36. It went to a 35, so I lost 1 inch in my bust size. My hips were 39 inches, and they went down 1/2 inch to 38.5. My bicep was 12 inches and then ended at 11.5 inches, which is awesome for me because my arms have always been like bigger, fatter. I've always felt like I had like big arms, like without doing any strength training or anything. So I knew that I had leaned down some of the fat on my arms because I could start seeing my muscles bulge more. I knew they were under there even before this round of 75 hard. And so by losing some of that fat on my arm, I was able to see those muscle gains popping through way more. So I was definitely stoked about the 1/2 inch on my arms. And then my thighs, this was like probably the biggest surprise to me. My thighs started out at 24 inches and ended at 22 inches. I lost 2 inches around my thighs, guys. That is like insane to me. And I would have never known this. If I'd have just stepped on that scale and saw all that hard work and, oh, you lost 6 pounds, which still 6 pounds is awesome. If it was 1 pound, if you went up 1 pound, like those are all still wins, you know? It's as long as you're not reversing and going the other way dramatically and you're like staying within your range or losing, depending on where you are on your journey, all of those are wins. You have to look at the entire picture, and measurements and pictures tell the story 1,000 times more than the scale does. So just let the scale be one slice of the pie, add all the other slices of the pie in, look at the full picture, and that's how you'll know where you're at on your health journey and what gains that you still need to make and what goals you still need to make and strive towards. So let's go ahead and jump into the before and after shots and all the 75 progress pictures.
I don't know who you are, I don't know what you've been through, why you got scars. Since you walked through the door, I've been trying to reach you, 'cause I feel you. What's the story to tell? What's the story behind the mountain you're trying to climb? Think I've heard it before in a movie line. We can write our own ending this time. I wanna say no, but I cannot lie. I'm so curious about your life, but you're a stranger trying to hide. What I see is not, you don't deny. I wanna see the rest of you tonight. Seven of you and only one is for real. You spin me around and you make believe. Seven of you and only me. How can I trust your personality? Seven you and only one is for real. Let me be the one that makes you feel. Seven you and only me. Seven you and only one is for real.
Alright guys, so that is all the pictures before and after. You can definitely tell a difference. It's not as a huge of difference, I don't think, as my first round of 75 hard, but you definitely can still tell a difference, and all of them definitely can tell that I leaned down and gained muscles in certain areas. And the side by side of all four, from my first round of 75 hard to my second round of 75 hard, and all four of those pictures, you can tell the progression like insanely. I was super surprised, and I hadn't compared any of those pictures until the end of this round. So when I first saw it, I was like, holy moly, like I actually weigh more at the end of this round of 75 hard than I did the last one, but I look leaner. So you just can't go by that weight. I can't stress it enough. Like, I wish we would just throw the scales away altogether and go by how we feel. Number one, first and foremost, go with how you feel. And number two, pictures and measurements all the way. How you feel, pictures and measurements. Those should be the determining factors of how you determine your goals and where you want to go from here on your health journey. But let me know down below if you guys are doing 75 hard or phase one or any of the other phases. Let me know down below where you guys are at, where your goals are, how you think you're doing, what your plans are for when you're done. And make sure to check out all my past videos and playlists and watch my progression throughout the last two rounds of 75 hard. I decided to make this video just a standalone video separate. That way you guys could refer to it, because I know a lot of people like to just see the results and hear final thoughts after the program versus having to watch through the whole vlog. So that's why I decided to make it by itself. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope you guys got some inspiration out of it to keep trucking along on your goals. Even if you don't think you're seeing the progress, I promise it is happening. If you're doing the right thing, if you're eating the right way, if you're moving moving the right way and you're doing the things that best serve you every single day, I promise you the results will come. Just hang in there and keep going. They definitely will come, but make sure that you're measuring them in the right way so that you can actually see the results as they come. Make sure you're taking tons of pictures and make sure you do your measurements. Super, super important. I cannot stress that part enough. But I can't wait to see what the results are for the end of phase 1 and beyond. So definitely make sure you're subscribed so that you'll see those. Make sure your notifications are clicked. That way, anytime I upload a new video, you guys will be notified and you won't miss out on any of those. And if you aren't following me over on Instagram, definitely check me out over there. Real-time inspiration, meals, workouts, motivation, all the things. And you can message me and get a response a lot quicker than you can here. So DM me over there if you guys have any questions or if I left anything out that you wanted to know about for my second round of 75 hard. And again, thank you all so very much for watching. If you are brand new, make sure to subscribe before you leave. I would love to have you as part of the community here so that we can all level up together, encourage each other, inspire each other, and motivate each other to keep leveling up every single day. And again, thank you guys so very much for watching, and I will catch y'all in my next video.